Alexa, what's the weather like today?
In Alexandria, it's 73 degrees with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for lots of clouds with a high of 80 and a low of 71.
Hey guys, Ernie here, Paleo Hiker MD, out today, day after Christmas, and sun is just peeking through the pine trees here on the Wild Azalea Trail. It is wet today. It has been raining like crazy, and I've got my water boots on, rubber boots basically, which is needed so I can walk with impunity through the water. Anyway, a lot of my videos recently have been more bushcraft and short trips, short hikes, and stopping and making a fire and doing all that fun stuff. But this trip I'm going to walk a little more and try to get a little more mileage in, starting to piece together a GPX trail for the Wild Azalea Trail. I'm going to try to mark water sources and stuff like that. It's something that's not on the internet, so we're going to try to put that up and put that on my blog. Anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in today. We're going to do some hiking. We're going to cook up some lunch, and just saw a couple buddies on the trail, and one of them was telling me about a really nice campsite along this area, so I'll try to find that. Third bridge, looking for the third bridge. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Let's see what we can find today. All right, guys, coming up on a fire tower here. There it is. The trail is that way. Let's go. So I thought this hike would be a good chance to do a little bit of a channel update. It's coming up on 2016, so give you guys an idea what's in store here on Paleo Hiker MD this year. Quite a bit, actually. Not all of it's planned out, but quite a bit. Starting off in just a couple of days, I'm gonna go hike the Backbone Trail, which is in Kostashie National Forest, just north of where I live. Supposedly the prettiest trail, most unique trail in Louisiana. We're gonna do that. One big thing which we can announce now, this is the house passed inspection. So we're moving. We're moving to another home here in our town, just outside of town actually. We currently live in basically a neighborhood setting, nice neighborhood, half-acre lot, and over the last 2 years, my wife and I have really felt the desire to get out of town. She grew up in rural Oklahoma, and obviously you guys know that I like being outside, so we were fortunate enough to find a piece of property with a house on it. It's got almost 8 acres. It's got about a 1 acre pond, and it's pretty awesome. So we'll be moving in about 3 months, 3 to 3.5 months. It's a lot to be done between now and then. Current homeowners have been there for a long time, so it's going to take them a while to get all their stuff out. We certainly allowed them the amount of time that they needed to get out, so that's pretty exciting. New house. Along with the new house is going to be somewhat of a, I don't know, homesteading type situation. Not really. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be homesteading, but we are going to do some things, try to be a little more self-reliant than we're able to be in our neighborhood setting. Chicken coop. My daughter wants some rabbits, so we'll build ourselves a rabbit hutch. Just a lot more projects. You know, I'm going to actually have a shop that I can do stuff out of. Right now, I really don't. And pretty excited about that. It's going to be really neat. Get a garden going. The backyard, back area of this house is already fairly well landscaped, actually. We're going to have to resurrect that because it hasn't really been super well taken care of. So we have a lot of work to do, but it's going to be pretty awesome. Pretty excited about it. Coming up in about a month, we're going to be taking the RV south to Texas. We may be the only people who go to the beach at the end of January, but we will be going down to Gulf Coast State Park in Texas there. It's really pretty, and it has a tremendous amount of birds, in particular in the winter. A lot of migratory birds, so we're going to go down there. It's got trails on the beach, 6 or 7 miles of protected beach just for the park. So just do a lot of hiking, walking, exploring. Hopefully it'll be a little cold. I may note it's the day after Christmas. We're going to have a high of 78 today, which is almost a record high. So El Nino is in full effect. So the last travel channel update that we've planned is pretty exciting. We are going to Yellowstone. Now, I went to Yellowstone, you guys know that, about a year and a half ago, and we stayed at a house outside of Yellowstone, drove in every day. Now we have an RV, so we're going to go to Yellowstone. We've got a campground reserved for a week, actually 5 nights I think in Yellowstone, and maybe 3 nights down in Grand Teton. I'll be flying in. My wife's going to be driving the kids. It's just a lot of time off for me to drive there and back, so I'll be flying in. And actually, you guys are going to get a treat because coming in March, I'm going to be sending in my application with 3 options for a 3-night backcountry backpacking trip in Yellowstone. So, pretty excited about that. I'm going to be getting some new gear for it. Trying to convince a couple of buddies to go with me. I will go nonetheless, but hopefully I'll have a friend with me carrying my bear spray. And I'm not going to use my hammock. I'm going to buy a tent. Right now I'm looking at a big Agnes tent. I figure if I'm going to be barefoot, I'd rather be on the ground instead of being a down bear taco. And we're still gonna go, after that, we'll be able to go down with the family to Jackson Hole. Hopefully we'll take you guys whitewater rafting and do a little GoPro action. Should be a pretty awesome trip, and I think for the channel, a pretty awesome experience for everybody. So a couple of updates on my gear, particularly my camera gear. For Christmas, I was gifted a DJI Phantom 1 quadcopter, which I'm pretty excited about. Also very scared to fly. Now I understand they're very easy to fly, but I'm going to be getting it out soon, and I think that could add some really cool footage, especially when we go out places, you know. I have to see how adept I am at flying it, but I think it's going to give us all new angles, a lot of really fun stuff, so pretty excited about that. Thanks Mom and Dad for that. And my wife got me a 3-axis gimbal for my GoPro, which is pretty neat. Not using the GoPro now, and I don't use the GoPro a lot of times because I do feel it's limited from the standpoint of being able to zoom in, and it is really jumpy. You know, this camera has an image stabilizer, so it helps so much. But now with the gimbal, it'll be stabilized, so I'm going to experiment with it a little bit more as well. So that's the new stuff on the gears front for the channel this year. I really appreciate the comments you guys give me, any feedback on the channel and what I can do better, what I can do different. You know, go ahead. This is a hobby for me, so I'm not exactly going to be devastated if you don't think it's perfect. I tell you what, guys, it's hot. It's humid. It's just muggy. December 26th. Unbelievable. You can hear our friends, really nice area, walking along a ridge. Got down on both sides. Got some awesome downed oak limbs here we could use, but we'll do that later. We're gonna make lunch today using a new bit of kit I got for Christmas. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit, but this is a really nice area walking along this ridge here. Raining just a little bit, but it'll pass. Alright guys, coming up on bridge number 1. Looks like it could use a work, but this is definitely pretty nice running river. It's got a lot of water in it right now. Alright, so bridge number 2, which is good because that means on my map, I'm guessing the place that we're going to go and set up lunch is going to be where we pass the other main section of Valentine Creek, according to my map. So we will see. Pretty uphill for Louisiana. You guys out in the other parts of the country, you're used to climbing hills. We're not. A little hill. Gets tired. Sunshine. Well, I can tell you guys that I planned on doing an overnighter. My wife and kids are out of town for the next 4 or 5 days, going to see family after Christmas, and the plan all along was to go overnight tonight and, you know, go home tomorrow. Now, rain doesn't bother me, but we are supposed to get severe thunderstorms tonight. And yeah, I've seen too many perfectly healthy looking trees toppled over by storms here in the south. I'm certainly not going to go out there, lay in my hammock. Rain, I can handle. The pitter patter of rain on my tarp, awesome. severe weather, not worth it. So we will have to, unfortunately, secede to the weather and do an overnight again soon. Well, would definitely say that we found the third bridge. So my directions were, go past the third bridge, go around a couple of turns, and just when the trail starts to go up, significantly up, go off trail to the left a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. So I was talking about doing an overnighter and not trusting severe weather, and I think you can all see why we wouldn't do that around here. That is a huge tree, and it's fallen. And that is why I'm not spending the night in the woods tonight. Nice up here. I'm going to try to find the spot. I'll look around a little bit more, see if there's an obvious place people have camped. But I'm going to set up a new hammock I got and hang out. So let me find a place to do that. Oh, it's so nice to get a pack off. First thing I'm going to do is set up this little ENO hammock I got. Got it from my buddy, and I bought some straps, so I think it'd be a pretty good day hike hammock. So first time I ever even get it out, so let's see what we can do. Let's see. Not bad. Gonna raise it up a little bit, but other than that, I didn't know that the hammock came with carabiners on the end, so I brought some extras, but that's good to know, so we don't have to buy those. I almost ordered them. First time using this ENO hammock, so let me show you guys what we got. Pretty darn simple, as you can see. Now, as y'all know, I have a War Bonnet Blackbird XLC, which is what I use for backpacking. But this is a great hammock just for like today, day hiking. We've got simple tree straps. You just loop them through the end here, and then they have tie-out points or hookup points here, where I actually did it, and then there's another one, same thing over there, and yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. Alright guys, got this hammock set up, and it's pretty darn nice. There's nothing like hanging on a hammock. So like I said, my first experience with one of these ENOs, and certainly easy to set up. I can see why they're popular. Alright guys, so here we go. Now I do show you guys, I'll show you all this. This is just a DIY koozie for Mountain House or any other meals. It's just an envelope. I put the meals in here. It really helps them rehydrate. I mean, this thing is hot. Let me just show you guys what we got. This looks amazing. I mean, we have full-on pieces of broccoli, tons of green beans, cauliflower everywhere, peas everywhere. I don't know if y'all will be able to see that, but it smells amazing. Man, that's so much better than Mountain House. Ooh, a little spicy too. It says it's spicy. Alright, I'll tell you guys, a testament to how good this is. I've probably eaten 40% of it, and it's just filling, and it's just really good. Now, it's spicy. Not overly spicy, but it's spicy. So if you don't like spicy stuff, I wouldn't use this particular one. But with how good this is, I'm really looking forward to my mushroom risotto next time I go out. But just as a testament how good it is, I am going to close this up. I'm going to put it back in my koozie and put it back in my backpack because I am eating this for dinner tonight. It is so good. Oh my goodness. You don't miss the meat. It's super filling. Thumbs up from Maine. Let's get packed up. One more bite. Alright guys, so like my good buddy over at Smelling Roses said in one of his last videos, I don't know how many people are actually watching. I don't know how many of you are actually still watching this video. I've tried to trim them down, but it's like making videos the way I like to make them, so if you want to watch them all, that's great. But to end this video, we're going to talk a little bit about my day job. For those of you who don't know, I practice internal medicine and sleep medicine. We're certified in both, and spend most of my days trying to help people stay healthy. A lot of that's through medicines, but I really preach trying to do so without medicine. And that's the main reason that I stumbled upon and have stuck to the paleo lifestyle. I don't like the word paleo because I really don't care what the cavemen ate. I worry about how foods are going to affect your body. Starting January 4th, a gym here in town, my hometown, which I'm part owner of, is going to start a gym-wide Whole30 challenge. For you guys who've never heard of the Whole30, I encourage you to look at it. And I encourage you even more to consider trying it with us. Starting January 4th and going for 30 days after that. You're going to eliminate all processed food. You're going to eat basically meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, eggs. And you will feel better, sleep better, and overall be better than you have in a long time. It's really not a diet, like I said, it's a lifestyle. You got to change the way you look at things. I'm going to leave links at the bottom of the screen here, as well as down in the description, to the Whole30 website. It's run by two very nice people, Dallas and Melissa Hartwig. They're out of Salt Lake City. And, all right, making sure I don't take a wrong turn while I'm talking. They own a company called Whole 9 Life. They developed the Whole 30. Don't be fooled by imitations. So we're gonna do the Whole 30. If you look back through my video timeline, you'll see that I did a Whole 30 video blog every day during the 30 days of my last Whole 30. And I said during that Whole 30 it would be my last, but I'll do it again. Coming off Christmas, I think everybody probably eats things they shouldn't eat during Christmas. And the whole gym is doing it, I'm gonna do it too. So, look into it. I challenge each of you to take your health more seriously. Like I said, it's what I do every day. I see young people dying. I see old people dying. Often I think of things that could be potentially held off with simple changes in the level of activity you take on a day-to-day basis, and most importantly, on what you put in your mouth. I encourage all of you to buy the book. It starts with food. Buy it on Amazon, Amazon Kindle, anywhere. It's a New York Times bestseller. I explain the program to you. I'm not a spokesman for Whole 30. I'm not paid by Whole 30. But Dallas, I am open to any possibility. I challenge you guys to try it. It'll be hard for the first 7 to 10 days. Then you'll start to feel better. And you will no longer be a slave to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are what lead to chronic disease. If you don't agree with me, read some more. If you still don't agree with me, shoot me an email. We'll talk about it. Anyway, as always, guys, I really appreciate y'all coming along with me. If you're still sticking around and you heard my challenge, I'm going to put the camera away and hike the last 2.5 miles in some silence. Just enjoy myself out here. I love making these videos. I've enjoyed seeing the channel grow. So, as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Looking forward to another hike here in a couple of days. I'm going to try another one of those meals, do some shout outs around a little fire, and hopefully enjoy some new topography here in Louisiana. So, like, comment, subscribe, give me that thumbs up down there. Really helps. Talk to y'all soon.